We're beans.
that are making a coffee.
You don't want to drink.
Don't do as we say.
Don't do as we do either.
Listening only, please.
Do we start?
Yeah, we start.
Welcome to Psykicks. I'm your co-host, Mitch.
And I'm your co-host, Dom. Let's crack into it, Mitch. So from last week, we had our question of artificial watermelon flavor doesn't actually taste like watermelon.
No, and it makes me very upset.
How crazy is that? Imagine that when it first comes out, right?
Right.
Everyone's like, oh man, we got this new flavor for whatever product. Bubblegum, fucking corn, turkey, whatever. You know, your turkey.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Corn and... No, not corn and turkey, but yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
And they're like, hey, this is watermelon flavored. People taking bites.
Mm-hmm.
What do they say? Yum, this tastes exactly like watermelon? No.
I don't think anybody has ever said, oh, this artificial watermelon flavoring tastes just like watermelon.
But how did that catch on?
I mean,
just good marketing?
I mean, everybody kind of, I think, feels that watermelon flavoring is an artificial flavoring, and they're like, everybody just kind of accepts, like, it's almost like a colloquial term, but this is a colloquial flavoring where they're like,
okay,
I guess this is watermelon. It's not watermelon, but this is the word we'll use for this artificial flavor. Because, like, if you taste an artificial strawberry or a lemon or whatever, it's pretty close.
Like a little sweeter, a little more concentrated, I'll call it.
Right, for the candy's purpose.
But yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
Of course it's going to be not spot on. But yeah, it's pretty damn close.
Yeah. Versus the artificial watermelon flavor that, well, okay, well, let's think of a watermelon on its own. 90%
water, 10% melon.
Right. You're not getting much of a flavor. It's pretty much they took that 10% flavor, amped it up to like 50%, and took all the water out, and then just threw a bunch of sugar in there. That's all they got.
Yeah, honestly then, so I guess it kind of does taste like watermelon. Save for all the water, that's what watermelon tastes like.
Yeah, if you hyper concentrate it. I guess.
I guess, well, there's no real way of determining that.
Right. I mean, I'm thinking the candied watermelon kind of flavors.
Yeah, like your bubble gum and your corn and turkey.
Yeah. Okay, corn and turkey. If we're gonna, I need to say something if it's brought up again. I could see it with like a tofu, maybe. I could see it with maybe a freeze dried NASA like shit going up where you just have to add water and maybe some heat and then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking candy?
No. Oh, look, I was strapped for ideas and I was thinking Thanksgiving because I love Thanksgiving, and corn and turkey were the first things that came out of my mouth.
It's mid-March?
I love Thanksgiving.
Mid-March.
Thanksgiving dinner, one of my favorite things.
Okay.
But
like literally the first thing you were like, watermelon artificial flavoring, corn, turkey.
I said gum first.
Spiraled. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. No, you said gum first. So you said watermelon artificial flavoring.
Yeah.
Gum.
Yep.
Corn and turkey.
I'm ashamed of myself. I'll admit it.
Where is your head at? Like this one and like the other session we did where you're like, oh, Mitch, it'd be great if we were to go on a detective spree looking for that blood. We could go up to the roof and figure out where the blood's coming from.
I like an adventure.
Do we have another one? Do we have another one we could go for? We got another topic because that's not an adventure. And then the rest of the episode would be me screaming at you that's not an adventure.
Well, okay, take it like this. You know that I'm sure you might have seen it, but like that 3-panel comic where the top is like, first I was an idealist, things were pretty good. The second panel says, then I became a realist and I started doing hard work and whatnot. And the third one says, and then I became a surrealist. Things got pretty weird after that. I'm in camp number 3. I've progressed through all camps.
You're good with 1 and 2.
No.
You are now exploring 3.
Oh, hell yeah. It's fucking fantastic. I could say stupid shit and it's great.
Well, yeah, me too. But there's a point where you go, you see in your mind's eye, you see the idea of blood dripping from a ceiling and going like, that'd be fun.
I guess that comes off as a no concern for my life, huh? But I kind of do have concern for my life, so I still think it'd be an adventure.
That's more of fear of the unknown with the risks being pretty known. And you going like, fuck yeah.
Dude, check it out. I'm the first one to die in a horror movie. I don't know what to tell you.
With that reckless abandon, yes. Yeah.
Yes. But other artificial flavors don't taste like their counterpart as well, I feel like. Obviously, they're all very highly concentrated.
Yeah.
But
watermelon definitely being at like the top of that list.
Watermelon, it's almost more of a berry than a melon flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like they gave it.
Although I can't recall any artificial flavoring being like a cantaloupe or a honeydew.
Yeah, because they're not very...
Anything along those lines.
Like they're sweet, but they're not sugary. I guess now that I think about it,
but
stuff like grape and like, I don't know, like raspberries and stuff, they're not very... Well, no, raspberries are kind of sweet, but grapes aren't like sugary.
No.
Well, I guess none of it really is.
No, so I mean the artificial flavorings typically with like candy and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it is coming from sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Mainly what we're talking about. But like going into like grape flavoring, I don't know, not like grape juice, because grape juice is like pretty much grape juice with sugar.
Yeah. It's like apple juice where it's, that's apples. That's
what it
grapes.
Is.
Yep.
Versus if you have something that's flavored like grape, it is more not grapey.
Yes, it's much more, one would say, artificial.
Yeah. It's almost like...
Okay, because you said flavored with grape.
Right.
I just want to touch on something. It's a little off topic, but this also extends to you listening at home. I want next time that you go to the grocery store, be it at work or shopping for whoever's listening, I want you to go to the pasta aisle. You know, you're grabbing some pasta sauce.
Right.
And what kind of pasta sauce you like to get? You know, you have your roasted garlics, you have your tomato and basil, your marinara.
Right.
You have your meat, but it's not meat. If you look closely, if you look closely,
I know what you're talking about.
On the glass, flavored with meat is actually what's on the jar.
Strained it through meat.
What does that mean? It's flavored with meat.
Right. Because that's kind of
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's kind of bonkers for them to be like I said, like strained with meat. Like
that's so gross. That's so gross to think about.
Yeah.
That
how are they doing it?
Your pasta sauce.
How are they doing
has
it?
Gone through a colander of meat and put into a jar. If that's even how they do it. That's how I'm imagining it.
I mean, it is cooked meat.
I don't care.
Yeah, it is cooked.
That doesn't make it any better.
I mean, it does, but yes, it's still... Yeah, how do they do it? How long's it been left out? How many jars have gone through? Like, do they have a number of, like, the meat can only touch this amount of sauce, or
do they have meat there from 1993, Mitchell?
Right, yeah.
That they're just straining through, because they're not lying to you. It's not meat sauce. It's flavored with meat.
Right. That is a lot more concerning than what we have brought up about watermelon being.
Yep. Fuck watermelon.
Yeah, no, I'm done with that one.
No.
I'm done with that one.
Ragu being flavored with meat. I found it on a ragu jar. You got me. I don't know if it's Prego.
It's been in plenty other things.
I'm sure it is, but I haven't seen it. I didn't look on Prego or, Colander or whatever. What kind of... I kind of want to look this up, but I also kind of want to be surprised.
Right. I'm going to wait a little while and come back to this one. I'm going to do some research. Some after show.
Some deep diving. Onto Ragu.
100%.
How they...
Okay, let's not call out Ragu like the whole time.
Shout outs to Ragu. Ragu.
How the fuck you get your meat?
Ragu, drop a sponsorship over here. We'll not talk about
we'll like blackmailing them to not talk about.
Yeah, we won't talk about.
We don't even know what we're accusing them of.
We won't release this episode if you sponsor us, Ragu. We're really sending you a letter right now.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who's sending the letter. I'm not writing it right now.
Oh, no one sends letters anymore.
No, not really.
So that was our speech on watermelon flavor.
I have more questions now than I did before. I never took a deep thought because I've always seen the jars of being flavored with meat. I've never looked at it and went, huh, how long's the meat been there? What meat?
Oh my God. You always think ground beef, right?
Right.
Shit could be pork for all I know.
Yeah. I think the picture they use is ground beef, but if you look at ground turkey and ground beef, it looks very fucking similar.
I'll tell you they're not using ground turkey. I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, that's probably not it.
But you can look at ground anything that's brown and cooked and seasoned. You don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Mitchell, it's fucking Soylent Green, dude.
It's not. I knew you were going to say Soylent Green. I knew it. I knew you were going to just look at me dead in the eyes and go,
It's people!
No.
No, okay.
No.
In all seriousness, it's not people.
But do we know that? No.
But we don't know for sure. Ragu, send us a tweet. Tweet at us. What's our Twitter name? What's our Twitter name? Cut this out. What's our Twitter name?
It's at TheoryCalm.
Ragu, tweet at us at TheoryCalm.
The CalmCast.
Yep. Tweet at us. What's in your meat? How do you strain it?
Do you strain it with meat? Is there some kind of netting you've made with meat? God.
I don't like thinking about any of this.
This is all bad.
This is all terrible.
Bad. We got more mileage out of this fucking roundabout one than the other ones.
I'm trying to think how to segue all this right now, but I'm just thinking about
idea.
colanders of meat. Like factories, like Super Meat Boy factories with colanders of meat and spaghetti sauce falling from the ceiling, going through this colander of meat into little tiny jars on a conveyor belt.
Let me tell you, this is making me sick. I have to use your bathroom.
Use it.
I have to use your bathroom.
Yeah. Mitchell's made it back. Hooray.
Fastest takeoff I've ever had into a bathroom.
0 to 100.
Although I think that shit got IFR clearance to Phoenix because it's coming back at some point, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
It will be reborn in not flames,
but glory.
But water.
Oh.
It will be reborn in the water of your porcelain.
Gross.
Oh, yeah. Disgusting.
Just almost as gross as these fucking...
That was a highbrow poop joke. That was highbrow air traffic control poop joke.
Oh, man.
The first one and not the last one.
Shout-outs to... What's his name?
What, Air Force Proud 95?
Shout-outs to Air Force Proud 95 for making great YouTube content.
Oh, my God. He's a hero.
Speaking of great content, here's a segue you'll love.
Not ours.
So everyone talks about their 10 out of 10 media products, you know, like,
sure.
You get your top 10s, your what's your favorite albums, what's your 10 out of 10 games, movies, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's
got to have like a top 5.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, if you were to recommend me your a movie or something, let's like, what's in your top 5 or what, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's something that you'd say. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Right. Gotcha.
What makes a 9 out of 10? So, like, what's the criteria for a 9 out of 10 that just misses the mark of being perfection for you?
I mean, it depends what it is.
Well, yeah, it always depends what it is.
Right.
And also, could you give some examples?
I could probably give some examples. So, an easy thing for us to talk about is probably music at first, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, I'll spitball you some music stuff, right? If you were to say, well, growing up, playing music, Metallica was a go-to.
Big old metalheads.
Right.
Hair down or nips.
Yep. Sometimes further.
Sometimes further.
A lot of the time further.
Good majority of the time further.
Long hair. We got it. Check mark. Go.
Yep. Good jokes, guys.
We had a lot of the time playing Metallica songs. If you were to give me your 10 out of 10 Metallica record, I'm not going to say Metallica song because
Ride the Lightning.
We'd be here all day.
Ride the Lightning. 10 out of 10. Ride the Lightning. The album. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, as a bass player, to say And Justice for All is probably my favorite Metallica record is appalling, but it's true.
But goddamn is it true.
I don't know why I love that record, but I do.
It's got some great ones on it.
Yeah. So for me to look at that and go, it's got 0 bass on it, yet I'd go fucking 10 out of 10. It's great.
Right.
Somebody has remastered it on YouTube, and they put like bass in it and amped it up, and like, well, obviously there's bass in it, but they amped up the bass, and they actually like mixed it out like pretty well. Listening to that, pretty fucking killer.
Oh yeah,
it's really great. Yeah.
All right,
highly recommend. I don't know who does it, but yeah, highly recommend. I'm pretty sure there's like one dude out there that's doing it right now, but as far as who did it well. And so thinking about it like that, of going like, oh, I thought this was 10 out of 10, and then they improved it, so now it's like an 11 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
yeah.
That record's incredible to me. So if I were to go, okay, what makes the 9 out of 10? Something like that for me is somebody that's trying something new, or something new that's not quite perfect.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like Load and Reload albums, right? There were definitely some fucking tank songs on there that just kind of we sweep under the rug and go, that didn't happen, forget about it.
Oh yeah,
know?
absolutely.
But the record otherwise is really good, and they tried something new. So like the new sounds and stuff, like people are like, oh, they should have changed their name after whatever time, right?
Yes.
I have choice words there, but we're gonna move on to them just trying different things and trying to explore different routes, and it didn't exactly work, but I liked where their heads were at.
Okay, so you were more a fan of the actual
process, I guess,
musical attempt,
right? And then them doing it in their own style, still being themselves.
Yes, but trying to branch out.
Right, exactly, and not doing it in a way that's like, oh, we're just trying to cash grab. You know,
yes.
like genuinely trying to do different things.
Okay,
so that way they're not bored as musicians.
Oh, absolutely. So you'd say something, so you take a 10 out of 10, something you really love, put it in a new direction that you're not the biggest fan of.
That is a way I could see.
Is one of the ways.
A 9 out of 10, where it's like, oh, this is my favorite artist, or this is my favorite creator of X thing. If they're trying something a little new, but still keeping to what they've been doing, that would be really cool to me.
Yeah, because it doesn't hamper on their past accomplishments, so you still very much enjoy.
It's still based in
them.
Yeah.
And their style.
Foundationally, still them.
Yes. Yeah. But this new product had some good songs, had some songs in the realm of music.
Right.
So that would be like
maybe if they kept doing that, they would have gotten better at it and more respect, right? I feel like they dipped out of it really quick.
For sure.
And then Saint Anger came around, and then everybody's like, "What? Why? What are you doing? What are you doing?" Even though there are people who really love that record. Saint Anger.
Absolutely.
There are people who thrash the fuck out of that thing. And sure, go right ahead. That's fine. That's great. Man. Again, they tried something new. They still tried to keep their own sound, but I think they lost a lot of it along the way. That's more of a 3 out of 10. But you know what I mean? Like,
yes. Okay.
Right.
I
mistakes are great. Yes. I love to see, if anything, 9 out of 10s a lot of the time for me are better than 10 out of 10s in a way.
I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like subjectively, you would like to see improvement in not different areas,
right?
But like abnormal areas to something that you already love,
right? Because Metallica, again, using them as kind of this benchmark now. If you take Kill 'Em All and then Ride the Lightning, right?
Yep.
We keep moving forward.
Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets. Like, you keep going up, right? And we're only really getting better and better at what they were doing and really solidifying who they were in those records. And they were really only getting better and better. Like, not that Ride the Lightning necessarily is better or worse than Master of Puppets, or that Kill 'Em All is better than the other ones. I think they more or less became who they were. Like, Master of Puppets is pretty much who Metallica is.
Yes.
If you were to give somebody, like, if I had to recommend somebody an album from them, Master of Puppets, easy. Because it's like, this is the core values of the band.
Super iconic. Absolutely.
Right. And that was their, like, 10 out of 10, this is who they are, right?
Yeah.
That
absolutely makes sense.
But that's more of a quote-unquote non-biased, or like, it's
more objective in a super subjective talk that we're having.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, it's being the most objective that I can be, that I'm trying to be with them. I feel like that's their 10 out of 10 record. As far as it's hard to review something. It's hard to say 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
On really anything.
I agree. I'm just saying, what would make you fall short of glory, and what's an example of that? Because for me, we'll switch mediums right here.
Sure.
To a world of video games. We'll go to video games. I was thinking anime or video games. We'll go video games.
Yeah, let's go video games. Anime I can't rate good enough yet. I'm not deep enough in anime yet.
Not weebed up. That's fine. So we'll do 10 out of 10 games. If you haven't played it, Mother 3.
Okay.
I'll say the Earthbound series, but it's actually the Mother series. We won't get into that.
Okay.
I would consider
I don't
that
know enough. So
I would consider that a 10 out of 10 game.
Sure.
Where I love everything about it. Music's fantastic. Graphics are fantastic. Everything's iconic. The story's great. It's a JRPG. It does it very well in its own cute and unique style.
Sure.
10 out of 10. Now, a 9 out of 10 for me would be something more akin to Star Fox 64. I fucking love this game to death.
Yeah, you do. That's what I was going to say.
However, it does have some, like, a single flaw, in my opinion, which you could argue is a boon. Well, it's too short.
Right.
It's super short.
It is super short.
It has replayability, which
it
adds to it. But, you know,
I was going to say, because you can route the shit out of that game.
Absolutely, which gives you a lot of options.
Yeah.
However, at the end of the day, you're still only sitting down for 20 minutes at a time to play through an entire N64 game, which at the time cost $60 fucking dollars to buy.
Right.
What the hell's up with that?
Yeah.
Like I said, love the game, but I think that's an example of like one of my 9 out of 10s where it's like
they did everything right except playtime.
Except for X. Yes.
Right,
it's like, if you just 3 more levels, 10 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Right. See,
but something like that.
Something to me, that would knock it down to an 8 out of 10.
All right.
Because
I just love it that much, but you know.
I mean, me too, but it just gets to that point of like 8 out of 10 where it's like, yeah, I really only get about, 20 minutes, half an hour out of this game when I sit down and play it. That sucks. Like, even though everything else about it is absolutely perfect. I love everything. Like, I've never complained about it. Like, if I die, I'm like, well, that was my fault. I'm never going after the game at all. A lot of games now plenty.
Plenty.
I
do.
But okay.
Because I love games that are concise. Don't get me wrong. Like a good 5-hour game that I can sit down and like digest that way. I fucking love if it's done 5 hours fantastically rather than a 20-hour slog.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With the same quote unquote the same amount of enjoyment sprinkled throughout. But 20 minutes, come on, man. Like you legitimately can beat that game in like 20 to 40 minutes. That for me. Yeah. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I never thought about. Now I'm just thinking about Star Fox.
Like, wow, yeah.
On how we would like rate that game. But yeah. No, definitely. Where it's like, I guess, to kind of sum up the 9 out of 10, it's probably if I can only really say one thing bad about it. Yeah.
Literally, the one bad thing is your 1 point that comes off.
Yeah,
it's not like it's enough that you have to gripe about.
Right.
Like,
if
Mother 3,
you can complain about one thing and that's really it, that's probably the 9 out of 10.
Yeah, like Mother 3.
Right.
Legitimately have no. Actually, I do.
Okay.
It's not about the game. It's the fact that it does not have a North American release.
Okay, well, that's
just a silly little thing, but I legitimately don't have any complaints I can say about it.
The game itself.
No, that's
right.
Reggie.
Well, I don't know if that's specifically Reggie.
I'm calling you out, Reggie. You don't work for Nintendo anymore, rip, but
he does though, doesn't he? Until like a certain time?
Oh, I have no idea. I thought he just stepped down.
No, I think it's a period of time. And then Bowser steps in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big bad.
Big bad.
The big bad Bow.
I'm embracing the Bowser.
Oh, I'm going to embrace him.
Yeah.
But Reggie's a meme machine, and you can never forget that.
Reggie's a meme machine. I don't know. We'll do something with Reggie.
Rest in peace, Reggie. Even though you're not dead.
He's not even close to dead. He's actually pretty young, isn't he?
He's like, I want to say maybe early 50s.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. And he's like, what was he? He was president of Nintendo of America, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super cool. We're close with Iwata and whatnot. Super awesome.
Yeah. No, that's really cool.
Hey, Mitch, nice segue into our next topic. So I'm just going to read this out.
Right.
And then I'm just going to condense it into a question for us. So
the question is good. And then the rest of it's pretty much examples.
Yes.
But it is from a listener.
From our listener. I don't know.
Can we save it till the end?
Okay.
We save the username till the end?
All right. What are your thoughts on celebrity/artists' misdeeds and their actual product? For instance, the recent discovery of Michael Jackson's actions towards younger children revealed through the new documentary about him, or the news of the R. Kelly trial and documentary stand out as well. Should the popular products these two have made been shunned along with the artist? If not, then does listening and ignoring the context knowingly mean the listener is complicit with their acts? What are your thoughts? From an off-the-wall listener.
The fucking username is perfect. It's amazing. If nobody knows, Off the Wall, first album recorded by Michael Jackson as an adult.
A not Jackson 5.
Yes. Also, I have a story from a professor I had about R. Kelly. So that's really funny.
Okay.
Because he said he was a very flamboyant gay man who had his views come out pretty much whenever something like non-political, socio-political
yes,
thing happening, like with somebody of pop culture or whatever, one of which being the whole R. Kelly case. Somebody brought it up to him while I was in school, and basically his thing was, he's like, he could piss on as many underage girls as he wants if he keeps pumping out that music. And I'm like, Jesus. So I was like, I don't know about that one, my dude.
Oh man.
Really funny, not at all good to say.
Not as a teacher, no.
No, not as a teacher, not really as a person. Love the dude to death.
Of
that
course.
comment was a little off.
Little gray area on that one.
Little gray area. He positive he was joking, but he loved his music. He loved R. Kelly's music.
Yeah, man.
I can't say I've really listened to R. Kelly's music.
Me neither.
However, I can say if that were to happen, I would stop listening to their music.
Would you?
I would.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I have the complete opposite opinion of that. I
Okay.
think regardless of that person's actions,
Right.
I love them for what they create, not for that person.
Right. Okay. Take it this way then, right?
Sure.
If you found out somebody, I don't know, say you found, let's say Pitbull. Let's say Pitbull's music, right?
Oh man, Pitbull going for another bullying sesh. Let's go. Shout outs to Pitbull.
Say you discover, let's put it this way. Say you read something, a news headline or whatever, and then you read into an article that Pitbull has done all these things that are terrible, right? And then you go and listen to his music for the first time, and you end up going like, this music's great, but you have that background beforehand of going into the music of knowing that he did, let's just say, what R. Kelly did.
Okay. For a first time listen, absolutely will give me some sort of background, and like I'll definitely have some reserve in even approaching their music.
Absolutely.
However, once I become invested,
Yeah.
in we'll just say Pitbull in his music,
Right.
it doesn't really matter to me what they've done prior or post. All that matters is I like what this person put out,
Right.
and I'm going to take away from that and ignore everything else that they have done. That doesn't mean I agree with what they've done, but I don't think that puts me in a supporter role just because I also like his music. I think that's preposterous.
Yeah. I was going to say, just because you do that doesn't mean, like, you're not saying, hey, I like what R. Kelly did.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
If people even try to connect that, they're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
I'll go on mic and say that.
Yeah,
because that's stupid.
I think it's, for me, putting anybody up on a pedestal is a bad idea.
We're all people.
As soon as you put anybody, like, I don't care who you are, we're all human. It's like nobody's better than anybody else. I'll go on a whole fucking soapbox of this.
Dude, it's a great perspective to have, because it really, makes you realize we all got our own problems, and
right.
we're all just kind of people.
Everybody fucks up. I'm all about second chances though too. But when it's something like this, where it's that bad, like I don't know the details of the case. I can't say whether he's innocent or guilty because I have no idea of any of the details of what has happened.
I just know the story. That's it.
Right. I know the like passing story, right, of like the main things that I just don't want to say. But
for sure,
hearing something like that, I will definitely be reserved and go like, nah, I don't want to listen to what he did, just because it's just so off-putting to me that I wouldn't want to do that.
Okay.
And,
so yeah, no, like
right.
I said, I agree for the first time listen.
Right.
But what if it was somebody who you already listen to, not a lot, but often enough?
Right. Because for me, what I'm thinking of is, what if it comes out that, like, Dave Grohl is, like, the worst person on the planet?
News! Dave Grohl is a poopy head. You know, that comes out on the headlines.
Right.
You're a little nervous what I was going to say
there. I'm like, please don't drop, like, some...
No. Come on now. Yeah. No fake news. So news comes out, Dave Grohl, giant poopy head.
Right. I would be in shock.
Obviously.
First and foremost, because that dude was more of an influence than Metallica after a while, of being like, that's the kind of musician I want to be. Like, as a person and as a musician, Dave Grohl. Like, he's where I want to be.
Yeah, like not on a pedestal, but like a goal.
Yeah, I saw him as a goal of like, this is where I want to be. He's doing the right thing. Cool. That's it. Like, somebody to look up to. But it wasn't like idolized. It was
no.
It was like, oh no, this is just kind of the person I want to be. It's not like...
everybody does that. That's completely fine.
Now, if I find out
he's a big poopy head,
100% poopy head, everything he's done has been like the worst thing ever, I don't know. Would I stop listening to the Foo Fighters? Would I stop listening to Nirvana? I don't think I'd stop listening to Nirvana, mainly because that was Kurt's stuff. As far as like music and whatever, not to say like, oh, he's just the drummer, but
it was Kurt's band. Let's not. He's the face,
and Dave Grohl will tell you that. I don't know. Like right now, what I'm feeling, I would be very hesitant to listen to anything else.
Really?
At least any new releases, like you said, like any first listens after that point.
Right. I can understand that.
Anything beforehand, I think I'm so used to that I wouldn't. But
does it matter when the event takes place? What if you found out in 2003 he was a poopy head, but he's been hiding it this whole time? Would that make all releases from 2003 onward not invalid to you, but have less of a impact in your life?
I guess it would depend what he did and what message he was producing in the music.
Complete opposite.
Right. Which is, I'd imagine, what it would be, considering not poopy head.
Yes.
So
the music that Dave Grohl puts out, it's
not poopy head music.
It's not poopy head music.
Right.
However, newsflash, he's been a poopy head since 2003. Get your media and your cameras all ready to take a snap at him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not of the pitchfork mentality like that, but man, I don't know. It would depend what it was, you know?
Right. Okay.
It would really depend. But let's go back to what you were saying of somebody you listen to often enough, but not like super familiar with. I don't know what a good example is for that. I have no idea.
I'll just throw out a band that I really like, but I just want to use them as an example. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Okay. That kind of falls under that category.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy them. I listen to them a lot.
My gut reaction is I just stop listening.
Huh.
My gut reaction is that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Or not. I'm a little surprised, just because I don't know. I don't really care if it, like, for me personally, I feel that, like I said before, their product and their personality separate to me.
Yeah.
Because they've put out this product with the intent of other people hearing it, correct?
Correct.
What they do in their personal life is not meant necessarily for other people, to be put out for other people. So I can enjoy what they've created for me and not support them in their personal life. I can hate someone as a human being, but be like, you know what? God damn, do they put out this type of media that's fantastic, and still enjoy it. I will admit it will have a little bit of bad taste in my mouth going forward, like you said, but I don't know. I think I'd be able to stomach it and just try and separate as best as I can, because I think that's a little unfair.
It depends. Again, like I said, big second chance guy.
Yeah.
Like, people change. It also depends what the initial thing was and if they are trying to fix it now. You know, like if they made an oopsie and then they're like, oh, let me poopy head myself.
Shaking off all the poop off my head.
And just, clean it up until now. Again, it depends how big of an offense it is. Like if you found out somebody like murdered like 50 people, it's like, well, no, okay, I kind of don't want to do anything with that anymore, so that way they're not getting money from this or whatever.
Okay, so you're thinking of it almost as a not a
like what
punishment sort of deal, but more of a you don't want to enable, because I don't think that's enabling.
I mean, being in that spotlight kind of would be, I would think.
Okay, so you're saying that they could think in their head that I have this spotlight, let me do something negative with it, but that's, you know what I mean.
I mean, some people do.
Yes,
some people do, absolutely.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm curious to know what all you fellow viewers at home think. Because are you team gray. Are you team Dom, where you can watch someone murder 10 small babies and still listen to their mixtape? Or are you team Mitch, where you'll probably call the police after they kill the babies?
Well, I mean, if we're just staring at the babies being killed, both of us would call 911.
Absolutely. But I would buy their mixtape.
Right. They'd throw it at you and be like, $10? You're like, yeah, sure.
10? Fuck no. I think I'm buying some murderer's street trash for $10. I'll give you 50 cents and I'll give it a listen. If it's on a flash drive that I can use afterwards.
Sure. It's on a flash drive I can use after. Give me another one.
All right. We got one more lined up for you listening at home. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Fred.
Fred?
Yeah, I'm talking to you listening at home.
It's going to be some dude like,
oh, shit, he's got my number, dude.
Yeah, Fred, are you paying attention?
Hey, there's going to be a test on this later.
Fred.
Hey, Mitch, why don't you lead us into the next one? Why don't you segue us good?
It's going to be weird. Somebody that I know very well's brother, that is phrased poorly.
You can ad-lib it. That's
somebody
the cool
that
part.
I know very well's brother. It's bad no matter what. So somebody's brother that I know very well.
Yeah.
They throw their phone underneath their pillows when they shower. Now, context.
Yeah, I need a lot.
They think the government is listening to them.
Listening to them shower?
Yeah.
Wait, stop. Okay, if they think the government is listening to them,
yes.
Why the fuck would they take their phone anywhere else?
Right.
Just when they shower is when they throw it under the pillow?
I believe so. Whenever they go to work, they always have their phone on their hip, like clasped to their hip.
Oh, yeah.
Right, like one of those, or in their pocket, or...
like a normal human being.
Right, for the most part. I have another little nugget of information, but we're going to leave it here for now, and then we'll come back around to
Footnote.
that. But whenever they go in the shower, they throw it underneath their pillows or their comforter of their bed or something. They just throw it onto their bed underneath something so that way they can't listen.
Do they think that...
So that way the government can't listen.
The government is listening to them, and when they hear a lapse of security, they're going to hurt them while they're in the shower or something?
I don't know. I have no clue. What the fuck are they doing in the shower that merits them to be paranoid about the government listening?
Why do you take your... why would... I don't know. What about the rest of their life?
Right.
You can't live like that, man.
Is it only in the shower? Okay, so now I'll give you another little nugget of information so we can explore this a little more. They have basically like an OnStar, right?
Okay.
In their truck.
Yes.
That if they were to get into an accident, it would go off and call 911. They turn it off. They have it turned off all the time. Now, the justification is that they have a plow on the end of their truck, and when it snows, in case they like accidentally hit something or whatever, that it would go off.
That's a fair argument. Sure.
That's fine. Turn it on when you're not plowing. Turn it on when you're not plowing.
Yeah. Yes.
They keep it off.
Wait, is I don't know. Is OnStar a paid service?
I don't know, but this is not OnStar. This is like an OnStar thing, but it's literally only when you get in a crash it will call 911. It's like a sensor almost. I believe is what this thing is.
Okay, so if you were that paranoid about it,
right,
just take it out of the car. Just take it out of the car. Why even have it? You're never gonna have it on anyway.
Right. Dom, I don't know. They're like, I don't know. I don't know what else they do. I have to ask more questions.
This is insane. Have you ever been so paranoid about being spied on that you risk your own safety?
Right. Yeah.
That's insane.
Right.
Okay. Assume
What if you fall in the shower? You have the ability to place your phone near you, next to you, whatever, in case you fall in the shower. Hey, and then maybe, you break something or whatever, or like just twist something and it's very difficult to get up. Then you can just reach over, grab your phone and be like, hey, help me.
No, you see, you don't even have to. You can just yell, hey, government, help, I broke my leg. You can come to whatever street I live on.
Yeah, insert address here. It's insane to me, the whole concept of the government's listening. Who the fuck are you to think that they are listening? Number one, they need beyond a warrant to do that. Beyond a warrant. If somebody has the ability to do that, that's just bored and listening to you shower, who gives a fuck? You're not going to even meet this person in real life.
Yeah, you have to, like, all right, my fiance is a very paranoid human being, so I have to talk her out of a lot of these things.
Sure.
Nothing as insane as this. However, I always have to rationalize it with, think about how this person gets paid. Think about the budget.
Yeah.
Do you think there are people being paid to just listen to your phone?
Right.
How
right.
fucking retarded is that?
Yeah. No, there's no way.
That money is being paid to this person. How do I get this job? Right. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's absolutely preposterous.
There is nobody just listening to your device or your phone, your laptop. Nobody is coming into that unless
nobody from the government.
Well, nobody from the government. Nobody really even outside of the government either, though.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? Nobody.
No.
Not really, unless there's some kind of an interest. The one thing I will say, this man was paranoid because he's selling his business, and he was upset or concerned that the money that was coming in, because it's a lot, because it's a business,
right?
That there would be some kind of investigation or some kind of that this would raise red flags. I'm like, dude,
what is he, a mobster?
Right. I'm like, you're not Heisenberg, my dude. You went through an accountant, you went through a broker, you went through all the right channels. The only way this would happen is if you knew something was going wrong, because the next person down the line would then know something was going wrong too. Things that were illegal.
If he already went through the accountant and brokers and stuff, that's how they would fucking get you if there was something going on.
Right, but he's doing everything right. So
yeah, it would be through the paper trail if their numbers didn't add up or fucking whatever.
Right.
But to listen on the phone.
Yeah. Throwing your phone underneath pillows and shit.
You don't even have to do that. Just don't take it in the room. Just don't take it in the room.
Insane person does this shit. I had a whole dinner conversation with my family on this.
I was
screaming. You
need to talk to this person. You need to talk to them. Give them an intervention. Have them listen
I want to fucking have them on here.
Have them listen to the podcast.
I know them very well.
Yeah. Have them listen to the podcast and be like, look, I'm not going to say you're stupid. Right. Just listen to this, please.
It's like I am voluntarily putting my voice out onto the internet, being pretty fucking wide open about my personal life too.
Yeah.
The Mitch's mics and everything. I am trying to be as transparent and straight up as possible.
You're out there. I haven't said
What the fuck does this dude have to hide? What does he have to hide? Nothing. I know him. Nothing.
I hate to tell you, Mitch, but he's probably not that interesting, but he thinks he is.
I know he's not.
Yeah.
I know he's not. I asked my parents, I'm like, has there been any shifty purchases that didn't fit the bill? Has there been any does he spend money on crazy vacations or anything?
Has he been taking fucking dollars off the bill to just put into his own bank account, something whatever.
Right. Out of the business or whatever.
Classic Office Space stuff.
Right.
He's doing one of those. No.
Hey, that's a movie I know. Yeah.
Hey.
No. He is the most normal, blue collar, just straight edge dude pretty much ever that is just hyper paranoid. hyper paranoid.
That's really unfortunate. That's no way to live.
No, it's not.
That's really that makes me sad actually a little bit.
I'm thinking, I was like, does this dude have an ex that like works for the police, the FBI, the CIA, NSA,
connected somehow.
Right. And my family's just, I don't think so. I'm like, me neither. There's no way. There's no way he does. Crazy. Absolutely insane.
Imagine living that way. Imagine
constant fear.
Oh, man.
Of surveillance. Like, this guy's tinfoil hatting. Like, he's one step away, right? From, like, actually tinfoil hatting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does he use his phone for any other...
For evil? Maybe.
No. No.
Apparently.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does. I was going to say, does he use his phone regularly throughout the day?
I mean, he keeps it on his person because he's like, oh, maybe my kids will have to like reach out to me. Or
also the government might call him too. You don't know.
Well, no, they won't call him. They'll just surveil him.
Oh, they'll just surveil him.
See, the normal thought is, oh shit, I left my phone at home. Oops, let me go get this because what if my kids need me, or what if my wife needs me, or what if something happens, family-wise, and they need to reach me? Yeah, normal thought. If you leave your phone at home, it's like, hey, I'm going to run back and get that real quick, especially because it's only like 10 minutes away or 5 minutes away or whatever, right, from where he works.
I have a thought on that, but continue.
The only thing I'm saying is that is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Past that, insane person. Like, as far as I can't have my phone on me because people will be listening. Who's going to be listening? Who gives a shit?
Oh my God,
like you said,
Mitchell.
like the one person they would have to hire, and they would have to pay like $70,000 a year for one person to listen to your phone. No, I'm sorry, that doesn't happen.
I'm sorry, sign me up for that job.
Oh, that would be very funny.
Oh my God,
it would be very funny, very entertaining. Also, probably pretty disturbing in some cases.
It probably wouldn't be entertaining at all. I would probably be playing fucking RuneScape on my other monitor while I'm listening.
Yeah.
Which is probably what a lot of the government does. Anyway.
If that's what they're doing.
Yeah. But Mitchell, do you realize what you just said?
Probably not.
This is so ironic. This person does not want their phone on them because people will listen through his phone.
Right.
You use the phone to fucking listen to people.
Yeah. No, that's what happens.
That's fucking
he has
crazy.
the phone on him all the time when he's making business calls with other people. If he's doing shady shit, that's when he'd be doing it. That's when he has his phone on him.
I need to pick this person's brain more.
I want to have him on here. It'll never happen.
It'll never happen, but I want to off the mic report back on how his life is going so far. How's this business turn out? How does it close? I need to know.
Right.
I'm genuinely invested right now.
Right. There is something I will tell you off mic, but yeah. No, we have to see. We have to see where he ends up.
People, man.
Yeah, crazy. I think that's an ignorance thing of technology, of not knowing the steps of technology and like just not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fear mongering, I guess. I don't know.
Kind of. Yeah. Like, I don't mean like pejoratively ignorant. Like,
no.
I just mean he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know. And
that's okay.
Right. And with the fear of the unknown, this is where he's led. Like, his conclusions have led to here.
Yes.
Because he doesn't know where it ends. So in his mind, this is where it is.
It could be anywhere. Yeah.
Right. I really do want to talk to him and just be like, hey,
sit him down and
it's okay.
Yeah, sit him down and be like,
you are beyond fine.
Yeah.
Take it from an IT man. You are good.
You're okay.
There's nothing wrong. God.
Just be chill.
Insane though.
Everyone just be chill. You're okay.
I thought I had bad anxiety. He's worrying about his phone when he takes a shower.
Oh man. That's top tier worrying, my guy.
Right. Ooh, they're going to hear some bad singing. Oops.
Shit.
I did it again.
That was a really, really funny joke, and I really liked it.
God damn it, Brittany.
Fucking hell. So, Mitch, I'm going to end this one on a question that's not on our notes, because I think this is more interesting.
Okay.
You brought it up.
This will do it for us. So
Mitch doesn't even know what I'm going to say.
No, I have no idea. This is actually throwing me quite a curveball.
He's quite scared. So, Mitch, in your discussion in your explanation of this person,
okay,
you said that it would be normal if you forgot your phone to go home 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
Just in case, you get a call, whatever.
Right.
I just want to leave on the thought of how crazy it is that we live in a world where that's normal. You know what I mean? Like 20 years ago, you just, nobody did that. There was no concern. Because
there was no phone. Yeah.
Exactly. But nothing has really changed except for the fact that we have phones. You know what I mean? You're in no more danger now than you were 20 years ago without your phone going out.
Not in the day-to-day.
So my question to you is, would you feel weird or concerned going through an entire week, leaving your house, going to work, coming home, going out to your friend's house, whatever, even going out to a bar or something alone, coming back without your phone? Would you feel comfortable with that? I'm going to leave that for next week.
Okay. This has been Psykicks. I'm your co-host, Mitch.
And I'm your co-host, Dom. Love you all.